Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on August 5th, 2024. So this day we saw once again heavy rain pushing into many parts of Connaught and Ulster especially, and that lingered through the night. But overnight it sort of was patchy in places, but towards morning we did see the cold front moving in, which brought heavier rain, especially on the west coast. And some heavy rain up there in northwest this morning. Also in southwest, we did see some thundery bursts forming, some lightning there in West Cork, and later on some in parts of Laois. Now moving into the lunch period now, we're seeing this cold front moving eastwards. It's sort of patchy rain, but if you get hit by a heavy patch, you'll know about it. It's that sort of thing. It's patchy heavy rain on this cold front moving eastwards right now. Right, so moving on to our UKV chart, we can see that today we see that cold front come eastwards this morning and afternoon. It'll clear by about 3 p.m. from the east coast if it's correct, but some lingering showers might affect the southeast. Into tonight, we'll see skies clearing from the west, followed in the morning by showers onto the west coast. So tonight will be quite a cool night then. Tomorrow we'll see a shower day, some heavy downpours around there, especially through the east and north of the country. And overnight into Wednesday, it starts off clear, but we end up by Wednesday morning with this showery band of rain pushing in towards the north. And Wednesday's a day of quite cloudy skies with some light showers around, especially in Midlands. Now Thursday we see this area of rain coming through. That is along with a warm and humid air mass there on Thursday. So we see a warm front moving in early morning, and then we see some further rain pushing in towards the north in the evening. And generally Thursday is a cloudy and a sort of like overcast day with low cloud cover and some drizzle, especially on coast and hills. And into Friday, Friday sees skies clearing up, and we see showers following, especially in the north. Elsewhere it's just dry and partly cloudy. And into the weekend, I think we see further showers coming in. So looking at our temperature forecast from the UKV, we can see that today we're seeing highs in the east of around 19 or 20 Celsius. But even as the cold front moves through by the afternoon, temperatures will rise as the sun comes out. So all areas by 5 p.m. around 17 to 20 Celsius. Tonight we'll see lowest temperatures of quite a cool 9 to 13 Celsius, that's east to west, and into Tuesday morning and afternoon, highest temperatures of around 15 to 20 Celsius, that is mildest in the east especially. Into Tuesday night, we see lows of a milder 12 to 14, and by Wednesday morning, we see highs in the afternoon of 16 to 20 Celsius, once again, warmest in the east and in the south, like near Cork. Into Thursday morning, we see lows of 10 to 16 Celsius, 10 Celsius quite cool in North Ulster, but a mild 16 in Kerry. And then by Thursday afternoon, once again Thursday brings a warm and a humid air mass through, so despite the clouds and drizzle, we will see highs of around 18 to 22 Celsius, possibly even a 23 in Dublin. And then moving on into Friday, we see lowest temperatures as the cold front goes through of around 12 to 14, before highs of 16 to 21. So it seems like despite this westerly phase, most days, I think all days next week, we'll see some location getting up to 20 Celsius. Some days warmer than others. But as I said yesterday, we're still, this whole summer we've been quite unsettled, but we've changed from cool and unsettled in June to warm and wet in August, if you see what I mean. We're seeing more of a southwesterly influence now in August, and in June it was more northerly and northwesterly. So here is the GFS 6 everyone. So here we go, cold front comes through today. Quite cool tonight, then towards a shower day and westerly winds. Keep going into Wednesday, Thursday, and once again, another warm front comes through there on Thursday, and the cold front on Friday. Over the weekend though, we see a high ridging into the UK and France, but Ireland doesn't see any of that really. It stays wet for Ireland, and then on next Sunday it seems that It's warm, yes, but a thundery low gets going, and it goes very wet in the end into Monday. Deep low coming through its autumnal low, and then into next week, it stays westerly. It stays cool and wet, and we keep going into the second half of August, and it's cool and wet. It's probably autumnal, dark border low, northwesterly winds. So possibly going back to sort of like June flavoured weather, except wetter than June. So here is the ECM weather forecast. So what we can see here, once again, cold front comes through today, showery tomorrow and cooler as well, especially tonight. Then into Wednesday, Thursday time, in comes this next area of humid air and rainfall. And by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we see more rain coming in on that westerly wind. A low forms over the country on Sunday, bringing a deluge again. And we keep going into next week, and we go increasingly stormy, a vigorous low there on Tuesday off the coast of Kerry and Cork. And then that moves in. And if that came off in the winter time, that might bring snowfall, but as it's August, it definitely won't. Upper temperatures, quite cool with that, and a load of rainfall, a real load of heavy rain. But we go into August 15th, and by then I think we're going to get back to a milder or warmer flow from the southwest, courtesy of the Azores High and that low pressure system. You can see a big warm sector waiting in the wings there, so that will bring the next area of rain and very humid air. You can see the heavy rain there. So here is, get rid of that, go to the GEM. So GEM, once again, is it's warm in the east today, but cold front will push it away. Tomorrow is going to be showery and quite cooler. Rest of the week sees a wet spell on Thursday, showery on Friday and Wednesday, dries in the south. And then into the weekend, well again, we see an area of rain through the country on that trough. So if I show you the upper temperatures, you can see to the south of the country it's very warm, but to the north it's cold. And as a result, we just end up in a deluge pattern on that westerly conveyor belt of winds and rain, that trough of low pressure. And then moving into the rest of the weekend, sort of next week, we keep it westerly again. That would be a vigorous storm. I mean, as I say vigorous, I mean it this time. Extremely deep low pressure by next Tuesday, the 13th of August. Possibly, I'd say if that comes off, there'll be a red warning. Because that is going to be vigorous, especially considering the time of year is August. Everyone's on holiday. Off school, off work, on holiday, intense and so on. So there'll definitely be red warnings for this, and also trees are in full leaf. So that will cause extra damage if it comes off. That is, and then we go into mid-August, and it just goes very cool and showery behind that stormy low. So here's the UK Met Office run. So once again, we go westerly, and that is cooler on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, especially Thursday, is milder, upper temperatures on Thursday. Again, you can see the warm sector there. There we go. And then we push into the end of the week, and into the weekend, where we see it westerly, and it goes cooler and showery. So here we go into the Icon run. So the Icon, once again, today is quite warm and wet. Tomorrow is cool and showery. Wednesday is quite a dry day really, but quite cloudy. Thursday is mild and wet. Keep it very wet and westerly, but quite warm into the weekends. Before by the end of the weekend, start of next week, that will bring a deluge to the east on Sunday, and then it's a lot cooler with a southerly shifted jet stream. You can see that the jet stream compared to today and say about Monday, you can see it's to our south, that black line to our south there, over to our south. So therefore, the storm track also goes southwards as well. So we see a lot more rain and a lot more wind. And even on the Icon, by next Monday, again, we've got a vigorous low to our west, and it is deepening, but it might head to our south. We'll see about that. But that is going to be a cause for concern if it comes off that vigorous low, possibly around next Tuesday, August 13th. So before we get on with the arpeggio run, just to say that this evening I'll be flying to the UK to see family, and this laptop is staying here. So unfortunately, no updates for 2 weeks. I am back on the evening of Monday, the 19th of August. So next time will probably be Tuesday the 20th of August. So unfortunately, I can't really update you on these storms anymore. I'll still be obviously looking at them myself, but no videos, basically. No updates from me on this channel until Tuesday, August 20th. But yeah, that is something that you need to watch. That vigorous low possibility. So again, here's the arpeggio run, last but not least. So we have this cold front coming through today. So that's quite cool and clear, but more showery and quite cooler as well. And then Wednesday is quite dry and cloudy, but Thursday brings this next area of rain and mild air through. Next Friday is westerly and quite wet. Now, before we go, we'll look at the GFS ensemble members for Dublin. There we go. It's 1 o'clock right now. So the sixth is fully out, or it's almost fully out. Right. So remember, like yesterday and the day before, we were talking about this phantom heat spike. We can see it's pretty much gone now, apart from maybe this lone blue line up there that is going for a plus 20 Celsius isotherm. Oh my god, at that level. That'd be proper, oh my goodness. But anyway, so back to the story. We see a cooler spell coming up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday goes milder with the rain. Friday, Saturday, up and down, be quite wet that time as well. Now into next week and into mid-August, you can see a lot of the ensembles are going average to below average, so a cool week. And if you put the precip on with that as well, you can see a lot of spikes coming up into mid-August, showing a very wet spell coming through as well. So a cool and wet mid-August here. Now I do want to look at that. So this is, I'm looking into that. So this is ensemble number 23. So let's see how that works itself up into that heat wave. So once again, we have this cold front coming through today. It's not. There's a horror setting again. Okay, so what's happening here? Again, we have this cold front coming through today. Then tomorrow and Wednesday, Tuesday's drier, Wednesday's showery. But already by Thursday, we have a ridge into, say, the UK and France, and then into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're already into a warmer air mass then. Maybe not entirely dry, but we're warmer. Quite warm by Saturday, quite dry as well. Then into Sunday, Monday. Okay, we'll see what's happening here. So the high is centering to our east, and therefore we bring up a very warm or a hot southeasterly wind, and a thundery low, which should provide some storms. And then we end up by mid-August going very warm and thundery, it seems, before finally by Friday, August 16th, we're going more westerly and the heat spell is broken down. Now let's look at that with the upper temperatures. So once again, very warm already by Saturday. Then through Sunday, Monday, up surges that very hot air from France and Spain. You can see the plus 20 Celsius isotherm engulfs the country for a time there on Monday, August 12th. And then very hot weather. It's a very brief heat spike, but a very intense one. Obviously, if you go back to the graph, it's I'll go back to it this way, and then it's obviously a very lonely member up there. It's the only one going for the heat spike. So yeah, I'm just showing that for fun. I say there's a 99.9999999 chance that it won't come off, but just for fun, I showed you that. Also, so seeing the rainfall, also the pressure anomaly. So you can see here, just say that the thick green line is the GFS run I just showed you. The thick green line on this pressure graph, it goes really quite low in the longer range. There are some ensembles going for that level of low pressure. Those will also be producing some big storms like the operational run does, but a lot of them keep it steady. But there's a chance of a big storm mid-August. That's something we need to watch. I think that's next cause for concern. The possibility of quite a major storm, possibly at this stage. It's only August 5th, but there's a possibility of that. Anyway, unfortunately, if it comes off, I can't warn you about it. I can't do any updates because I'll be in the UK and I'll have to stay here in Ireland. So if it comes off, look, stay safe. Yeah, and I will see you hopefully in 15 days' time. Bye for now.